This is the ritual to meet Cerridwen. From Cerridwen, Celtic Goddess of Inspiration. Use headsets to listen to this journey. Ensure that you are quite comfortable. Close your eyes and take a deep breath with the land that you currently occupy. See the land around you in your imagination. What does it look like? What shapes and forms does it express? And with that breath, honour the land beneath you. Now tilt your chin slightly skywards and imagine the skies far above you, the winged beings that take to flight, the dance of clouds, the dance of sunlight, the dancing glow of the silver moon. Whilst the sky covers us all, our little patch of sky can be quite different. Some have limited views of the skies, others have big, gigantic expanse of sky. Breathe with the sky. Now imagine an ember of light somewhere around your solar plexus. Give it a lovely colour. Use your imagination and now extend that light like the flash of a camera to the very edges of your land where the ocean waves crash onto the beaches. Extend that light now and take a deep breath with the seas that surround your sacred shores. Before you open your eyes, imagine what it would be like if the ground beneath you were to dissolve away, carpets, tiles or board vanishing into a heavy mist, and you find yourself floating in the mist. What would that feel like, do you think? To be held by nothing but air and mist. Imagine a breeze that chases the mists away from beneath you, and you look down to see an ancient moonlit landscape carved by the power of ice. A long lake edged by mountains and woodland greet your inner vision. This is Lake Tegid in the mountains of Wales, Cerridwen's home. Breathe deeply and imagine yourself descending. Don't worry about trying to visualize, just imagine, just make believe. Imagine that as you descend, you see a wooden pontoon formed of rough planks, and it floats in the center of the long lake. And upon it sits a cauldron, and it is surrounded by 3 vessels, just like the ones that occupy your sacred space in the physical world. As you imagine your feet touching the rough wood, the pontoon wobbles slightly and the waves lap gently at its side. They sing the song of water. Imagine that as you look upwards into the night sky where you floated down from, a sickle, sharp moon hangs in the starlit sky, like a lamp at the head of the valley, and a long silver corridor of light glows towards your point in the centre of the lake. Stretch out your arms in the physical world and imagine your otherworldly counterpart doing the same. arms out, hands open in a greeting gesture as these words tremble from your lips. Cerridwen divine, your Awen be mine. Awaken, arise, your wisdom to shine. Cerridwen, wise one, keeper of seeds, arise, I beseech thee, witness my deeds. Cerridwen sublime, by Awen divine, awaken, arise, your magic be mine. The silver corridor swells just ahead of you, and the form of Cerridwen herself rises slowly from the glistening water. In your imagination, what would she look like? Imagine her features. Perhaps she wears a gown as fluid as the lake itself. Under the lamp of moonlight, imagine her rise from the lake and sweep across its surface towards you. Imagine that she gently rises and her naked, wet feet slap against the pontoon as she takes to standing before you. Separated only by the cauldron, you are confronted by Cerridwen herself. Imagine. Once more, your lips tremble with the words of the sacred verse. Cerridwen divine, your Awen be mine. Awaken, arise, your wisdom to shine. Cerridwen, wise one, keeper of seeds, arise, I beseech thee, witness my deeds. Cerridwen sublime, by Awen divine, awaken, arise, your magic be mine. Imagine that her hair is caught in the breeze, and it lifts in the wind to reveal her face. How would she, Cerridwen, how would she appear to you? Bring her face to life in your imagination. Now cast your spirit towards her, and the most effective way to do this is to breathe sharply into your solar plexus. Anyone who has felt the tinges of love, lust, and the pain of grief has felt those butterflies in their stomach. Now invoke those butterflies now, and with each breath raise the emotional energy in your center. Hold it and direct it towards your imaginary vision of Cerridwen. And now, as you would with any new connection, introduce yourself, tell her your name, breathe sharply, summon the butterflies and direct. Tell her who you are, what you are, where you live, what you like, what you don't like. You are essentially on a first date with Cerridwen herself. Now, of course, you know a little about her, so it is only fair and reasonable that she gets to know something about you. Bask in this connection. Imagine all of it. Imagine the scene, embellish it, decorate it. Imagine the beauty of interaction. Do not force it. This is but a dream where you build a story for a book. Just imagine, imagine, imagine. So when it feels right, it is time to bid Cerridwen farewell and tell her why you are parting company, for now at least. At this point, either let your own imagination dictate what happens next, or imagine that she simply collapses in on herself and falls graciously back into the lake from where she arose. Take another series of sharp breaths. And feel those butterflies fluttering in your stomach. Sweep your arms forward quickly, and with an outward breath, see the mists occlude the entire scene. See the mists. Let them come. Let them obscure and occlude all that you have seen. And become slowly aware of your physical space once more, and with your eyes still closed, continue to imagine what it would feel like and look like to be surrounded by the mists of Lake Bala. Their cool dampness caressing your skin. But the apparent world calls you back. So slowly, wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Open your eyes and be fully present in your physical space. Breathe deeply with the land beneath you. And reach out to your left, grasping whatever item you previously placed in the land vessel. Consider what it signifies, what it means to you, and then slowly position it, being fully present in the moment, in the central cauldron, and say, Cerridwen divine, your awen be mine. To my human form, let your wisdom shine. Now reach to your right, and take the item that you placed in the sky vessel. Consider its qualities and how they impart themselves on your living, and slowly place them in the central cauldron, and say these words as you do so. Cerridwen, wise one, keeper of seeds, to my spirit arise, come witness my deeds. And finally, reach forward and take the stone that you placed in the sea vessel, but as you do, know the mystery that there is but one sea. All rivers, lakes and streams lose their names and forms when they enter the sea, but their essence remains. This emulated and emulates the nature of gods and goddesses everywhere. They are in all places and nowhere simultaneously. Now place the stone in the central cauldron and say, Cerridwen sublime, by awen divine, my soul does awaken, your magic be mine. The central cauldron represents the mysteries of Cerridwen. She is its primary keeper and guardian. Hover both your hands above the central cauldron and sense your offerings being absorbed into the other world, through her primary symbol, through the cauldron, and into the lap of Cerridwen. When the time feels right, return to your normal state of awareness and close your sacred space in the way that you are accustomed to doing so.